Welcome back to Mostly Facts.
Episode 8, baby.
It is.
We made
We've made it this far.
Almost to 10.
Holy crap.
We're back to
That's
digits.
2 months.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
Right?
Wild.
And yeah.
Crazy I did the math on that.
Off the top of his head like a Rain Man or something.
You guys like that?
Not really.
Did you say almost 2 months?
That is 2 months.
Oh, I thought you said almost 2 months.
No, I said it's been 2 months.
Close enough. Our guest today is our $500 winner from our last competition, Miss Becca Schroeder.
Hello.
Made a long journey.
Long journey for just this,
Just
nothing
this.
else.
We paid her to come here.
In the amount of $500.
Yeah.
For a bonus 500, she came into town.
Oh, God, I wish.
Where's the comments at for $500? She better fucking be there.
Right?
A lot of people that came on the show for $500.
Yeah, I know it. Like
Eric?
sexually.
I have.
For $500.
I think that's a different kind of program.
Yikes.
Program, thank you.
That's our OnlyFans
Shut
account.
up about that. That's our private time.
It's private time.
That's our premium Snapchat.
After hours.
Tune in at 10 after this show to find
Yeah,
out.
once the FCC has no regulations over us anymore.
There you go.
That's where we make all of our money back.
Yeah.
Subscriptions are $5.99 a month. We're good. We got this. Marketing.
We're set.
We're going to have $500,000 after that episode we did with all the fucking copyright music.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to pay them back at some point for all
I
that.
see it on all of our taxes this year.
Yeah, we're getting sued by Lincoln Park. Fred Durst.
Limp Bizkit took $40 from me this year.
Dead guy.
Goddamn it.
Yeah.
And a dead guy.
Yeah. It's a dead person's estate.
Honestly, you hate
Yeah.
to see it.
Those are the most vicious, too.
Yeah. They'll come after you hard.
I paid Nelly. Oh, okay, cool. That's fine.
I would never pay Nelly. I will never
him.
pay Nelly.
They got enough
Okay,
money.
so the thing is, Dimitri has to pay Nelly. He has to pay fucking R. Kelly.
I'm not paying R. Kelly. That's me
You have
putting
to.
money in
That's
his
your boy.
books.
You're
You
paying R.
keep bringing
Kelly
his
for sure.
music on this.
I'm
fucking-
putting money on
this
his
show.
books at that point.
Yeah, you keep
I
bringing
just
up R.
bought him
Kelly.
a card into cigarettes.
Every episode for the past like 3 episodes is like, dude, this R. Kelly song, dude.
I didn't do it last
And then we have
episode.
to
I was
play it.
pissy all last episode.
I know, right? You didn't do anything.
So wait,
Yeah, you
So
were
it's-
pissy. It's just like R. Kelly.
Is his case closed?
What? Yeah,
R. Kelly's
he's
that's too
fucked.
bad. I was
Yeah,
going to say
he's-
Dimitri could probably go in on.
I'll do a character witness.
Yeah.
I don't think
One
it's
too
that
many
bad.
times on Mostly Facts.
Just perform in
Hella
front of the
clout.
judge.
I'm so sorry.
Mucho clout.
Just do the R. Kelly bit. I'm sick of this, man.
See, he even watches this shit.
It was on Netflix. Everyone
pay for his
watched
I
it.
didn't
OnlyFans?
watch that shit.
Do you pay for his OnlyFans?
No,
Probably.
sir.
Really? You don't?
Seems like you do
Sure
if you know
about that?
about it.
I know,
Well,
right?
everybody
You
knows
brought
about
that up
that.
real
Everybody
quick.
There's court. It's legal president now. You've seen his.
He had an OnlyFans? I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, Russell,
didn't
how
know
would
that
you
either.
know?
Again.
How would
That's
you
what
know
I'm
if you had an OnlyFans, Russell?
I don't like the way this is going. I made all that up.
See how you turned it against me and it comes back.
All
What
this
number?
bullshit.
You read? Yeah, you're out of this conversation.
Fuck you.
We'll carry on. I hold the power here, lest we forget. Yeah. So you're big into R. So what got you into R. Kelly originally? Was it the
what-
underage
what
women?
is
No
happened?
ignition.
can't deny it.
probably,
It's
right?
ignition, like in middle school? Like
What ignited you in that
I
direction?
see what you did there.
What ignited
ignition-
the
it was a
thirst
children. Ignition just
for
turned
our
his
Yeah,
life
guy?
on.
yeah, he turned down the ignition
Yeah.
to sexual
It
perversion.
turned him on
Yes. Yes.
multiple ways.
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah. You want to talk about that?
I still want to know why you're subscribed to him on OnlyFans.
Now we're
not.
backpedaling now. I told you I made
we
that
go
up.
forward.
Shut up.
We go forward.
Yeah,
not
we're
backward.
on this
Get
podcast.
off
we're
my
making fun of you.
browser.
We move forward.
Don't make me search in your cookies, Russ. I know what you got in
My
there.
cookies.
Jeez.
Oh, my internet
Yeah.
cookies.
Yeah,
I
calm
thought you
down.
meant my genitals. You perv.
R. Kelly.
Oh,
Or Kelly, you listening?
Yeah.
Were you groomed by him in any way? Like
never met him in my
the
life.
subliminal messaging he had in his
groped
well,
by him.
unless it wasn't even that subliminal what he was doing. He just really in his music just said what he was doing. A lot of the time, he's like, "Hey, make sure
In
you got
reality,
your cards.
Dave
make sure you got your
Chappelle told
paperwork.
everyone
make
what he was
sure-"
doing.
Yeah,
That is true.
yeah.
Dave Chappelle
years
told
ago.
everyone what R. Kelly was
I
doing.
forgot who did a skit on Bill Cosby.
Dave Chappelle.
Hannibal Buress.
Was it?
It was Hannibal.
Oh, it
South
was
Park.
It was somebody else. They did a stand-up skit about Bill Cosby, and they were one of the jokes was they were like, "Man, I feel bad for Bill Cosby. He's losing it in jail right now because he's got no head. He's asking when the girls coming in." I don't care. I found it funny. I don't care if anyone
Yeah,
else
Hannibal,
does.
I'm sure, told a lot better. Hannibal's the one that exposed the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, he was
Exposed
got,
Bill?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, exposed Bill, or at least brought it to everyone's attention, and then it was kind of like, oh shit, actually that was real. And then like a lot of people started coming forward.
Oh shit.
It was just sort of a joke, but Bill Cosby's always such a dick to like black comedians. Like he was a piece of shit to Eddie Murphy because he thought like all the cussing and shit made it bad. And Richard Pryor, he was an asshole too.
Eddie Murphy's Raw was still one of the best stand-up to this day. Actually,
One of the best stand-up suits for sure.
Oh yeah, the red leather.
The red
always-
leather.
Yeah, it's a good one.
The red leather's a good move.
It wouldn't make it in
solid
today's
move.
society, unfortunately, but back then it
I
was
think
still.
that shit's coming back now. Everything older is coming back.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
it's full
So the
of
red
circle
leather would
always.
actually people would be like, damn. That
I
shit's
think
fly.
so. I think you're right.
The red leather would come back, yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying the actual stand-up jokes that he was doing at the time would not
It's a
make it
different
in
world.
today's society, unfortunately.
Different world from back then.
Well, they're trying to
it's
cancel. They're trying to cancel Elf recently.
I heard
Will
something
Ferrell's
about
Elf,
this.
they're trying to cancel it?
Yeah.
Why
yeah.
the fuck would they do
I would
that?
fight
Because it's
somebody.
apparently making fun of.
Oh,
Short
man,
people?
adult retards.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh, I thought we meant midgets. My bad.
this entire show is based
I thought
on
you were
making
making
fun of
fun of,
adult
like-
We
retards.
are adult retards. What are we talking about?
Well, how we look at Christmas. That's what I thought she was going for. there.
no. No, but yeah, no, it's really pulling at strings. It makes no sense,
It
but
doesn't make sense at all.
because it's a wholesome.
It's
Like
a wholesome
besides the
It's a
program.
Christmas
movie.
story, that is the best Christmas movie.
No.
I beg
Jim
to-
Carrey's The Grinch.
I beg to
I would agree with that one.
differ.
I think that's top tier.
That's
Yeah,
like
it
top
is.
3 all day long.
Top number
That's
one.
my third one.
Yeah.
What about Christmas Vacation, you twats?
That's like 4.
Never said that was
Four?
out of the running.
Yeah. And actually, most
No,
of the
this
time,
is
I think
number
I'd
one
rather
material.
watch Polar Express.
I do like
First.
Polar
And
Express.
then-
Yeah.
I
so
don't
it'd probably
care.
be 5.
Oh my god.
I typically don't.
How do I end
I
this
typically
thing?
don't make it past the
No.
first 3. So
Oh, the Tom Hanks cartoon?
yeah,
Yeah, they drifted a train on ice. Come on
awesome.
now.
It's for 5-year-olds.
Is that
dude, it was awesome. I had a good time watching that movie.
I watched it in
5-year-olds.
4th grade for the first time. I don't care. It was great. We had hot chocolate. It was
You
fantastic.
do have to understand, Russ. That was only a couple years ago for him.
I know.
I
I know.
just
I
did math
understand
off the
him.
top
I
of
don't
my
understand you.
What? I like that movie.
It's a good kids movie.
what?
Like I said, I typically don't make it past the first 3
all right.
because they play a Christmas Story for 24 hours, which they actually don't do anymore.
I didn't see
which
that
is
this
fucked
year.
Thank
up.
They
God
did
for
a
that.
Die Hard marathon. They did.
Thank
Yeah,
God
they
for
did.
that.
They did a Die Hard marathon, but they
Which-
showed
that's
the
top
Christmas
3.
Story a lot
Yeah.
less. Than
Oh.
I didn't
what they
see it on
normally did.
once.
It wasn't
Yeah.
on 20. It wasn't on 24 hours anymore.
That started the
That's a
whole
shame.
24-hour marathon.
Exactly, because
Christmas.
you're supposed to watch on Christmas Eve and then goes into Christmas. It
I
wasn't
watch
even on
it-
during Christmas
I
Eve.
watch it intermittently throughout the holiday. I'll just come
Yeah.
in at different
You'll
points.
eventually watch
Right.
the whole
I
movie.
will say
Eventually,
this.
yeah, you'll
Exactly.
piece it
No,
together.
If we're
That's
talking
exactly
about
what we did.
random
In
Christmas
24
movies,
hours.
have you ever seen Fred Claus with Vince Vaughn? That's a very good one too.
And Paul Giamatti.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a
It's
good
all right.
one.
It's not top tier, but it's all
It's
right.
not top.
yeah.
No, it's not top 3 by all means, but it's a good one if it comes
Paul
on.
Giamatti's pretty lowbrow in that one. He was.
Yeah.
That's below him. That's below his
It's a
status as
Christmas
an actor.
movie.
Okay,
Who
but what is
cares?
top tier Giamatti or Paul Giamatti then?
Sam Adams or John Adams on
He was
HBO.
he was a
Just
beer guy.
the beer guy. John
You know,
Adams.
he was the
John
poster
Adams
boy.
or Sam Adams was John Adams' cousin in
Oh.
Revolutionary times. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, he was a fierce patriot. More so than the more
you?
loyal.
Give
Yes,
it to our history buff.
Yes, amateur.
Well, let's just talk about how Santa Claus came to life. How about we do that real quick?
No,
All right, then.
That's
not
where I
happening.
draw the line.
Yeah. No, not on this show.
I'm not going to do it.
Save that for your
Today,
fairy
fucker.
tale show.
This is factual based information we're spitting right now.
Mostly.
So Becca, you live in Chicago.
I do, yeah.
What part?
So right
big
now
part.
I'm in Wicker Park,
The
which
Chicago
is
What
a
part?
little
Is
Wicker Park.
Oh,
Shut up, Russell.
heard that one wrong.
Bad Russell.
So it's like if you're like city center, it's a little bit west of it, like directly. But it's
Yeah.
nice. I used to live in Lakeview, which is a little bit north of the city. I lived there for 2 years,
Yeah,
and
that's
I've
where I
been
went.
in Wicker Park for about 2 years. now.
Oh yeah, nice place.
So why
Lakeview's
Chicago?
nice as shit.
Why Chicago?
Yeah, why
Work.
Chicago?
Work.
Ah.
So I, after college, I had an internship with Mother's Brewing Company, and so I worked with them in
You know
their
Andy?
lab. What?
You know Andy?
Andy who?
Andy.
Collins?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I know of him.
Yeah.
He worked in
That's my
sales. so-
boy.
Oh, nice.
He eats at the restaurant all the time.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
good for him.
No, but so I worked in their lab and did a lot of like sour research and stuff with that. And then I moved to Des Moines right after that to work as a brewer.
It's Iowa. Just
Here's the deal.
She wanted to corn country.
All right, no. So here's
We
the
have
deal.
wheat.
I will go toe to toe. Des Moines has some stuff. If you've never been to Des Moines, it's about 5 hours from here. It's delightful. Shut up. It's it's delightful. It's delightful.
The only thing I think
It's
of,
the best part. Honestly, it's the best part about Iowa. Everything else is. Don't
Apologize.
Apologize now.
Say
the
you're
only
sorry.
thing that I can think about whenever it comes to Iowa is literally Slipknot. That's it.
Oh yeah, I forget
that-
there.
my
for-
head
somebody
goes
could hear me.
straight to
I could attest to that.
Yeah. Oh, are they from there, or was that just the name of
Yeah.
that album?
No, they're from there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not you're back on. You're back on.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you are.
That's literally where my head goes every single time someone says Iowa. I just instantly think of Slipknot.
Yeah. No, I mean
Slipknot,
that.
yeah.
No, that makes sense.
I heard
No,
their
but
state fair is pretty good.
Des Moines is
too.
really cool. It's got a lot of fun stuff. It's got a lot of great breweries, a lot of great restaurants.
Is that the only part of Iowa that's good? Is
Iowa
Des Moines?
City is also pretty nice. That's where University of Iowa is. But aside from that, it's a lot of corn. It's a lot of nothing. It's
What's
I mean,
University of Iowa's mascot again?
Hawkeye.
Okay.
Hawkeyes,
That's what
boy.
it is.
Yeah. But after that, then I moved to Chicago to work at Lagunitas Brewing Company for a while. They're
I think I've heard of that.
pretty big. They're global. So
It's a catchy
Globalized
name.
globalists.
yeah. So I worked in their lab for a couple years, and then I worked at a couple other breweries in Chicago, and still in the brewery scene.
Yeah.
Big beer.
That's
gal.
good though. I mean, there's always work.
Always
in
people
that
want to make
industry.
beers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What are you
There's-
saying?
that's-
And there's always
honestly-
people that want to
Probably
drink
make it
beers.
better, too.
No,
Right,
seriously,
yes.
here's the deal. Like, during the pandemic, is I've never had to not go to work
Yeah.
because people are still drinking beer.
Why they don't have anything else to
So-
do?
Alcohol is recession proof.
Yes,
Oh,
it
it will
is.
be.
So we're saying I'm in the right industry.
No, you're definitely in the right industry for that.
Yeah, fair enough.
So being in Chicago, do you see a lot of like? You've been there for how long? 4 years.
About 4 years, yeah.
So how much crazy shit have you seen? Because let me tell you, I was there for 5 days.
And how much did you see?
A couple of things.
All right, I want you to go first.
Well, first of all, I just want to point out that there is like a level of like hustling in the world. Okay. And some states just do it better than others. But when we were in Chicago, there was a dad and his kids, like all 7 of them, and they were all just hustling on Michigan Avenue, selling chocolate. I like chocolate. We don't have a problem.
I've seen those
I was
guys.
like, you know what? I'll give these little kids some money for
Pay
some
for their
chocolate.
basketball team or whatever.
Now I'm
Right,
telling you right
right.
now, I don't know how much the price difference has been since I was a kid.
Was it $10
selling
per chocolate bar?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fucking
buddy.
expensive.
They're raping
Which
you.
I don't think that that's right.
No.
I don't
So
even
my
think that's how
mom.
much the
So it
school
was
sells
one of the
it for.
first times my mom was downtown with me, and she came to visit me when I first moved to the city. God love her. We went to this really nice dinner, had a great time. We were walking downtown. She really wanted to walk down Michigan. It was like 7, 8 o'clock. It was dark, and we're walking through.
It's beautiful out there.
Yeah, no, it
7 or 8.
absolutely is. I believe it was like Washington Square Park or something like that, and it's around Michigan Avenue.
Yeah.
And we're walking by the same people, and it was just kind of just like, you know what, like, yeah, I'm gonna give you $10. I don't really care.
Yeah,
It's
we did it.
It's yeah, no, it's a non-issue. It's
And
non-issue. But my mom's like, no, let's give them 20 or 30. I'm like, no, let's give them what they asked for.
That's the thing too, is
for the
that
love of God. Like,
they hustled me, and like
Yeah.
I've hustled in my lifetime. I'm not gonna talk about it,
Sure.
but I've hustled in my lifetime, and it was one of those
Candy?
things where these
You sell
kids they
candy?
stumped me for a second because
Candy.
they said, oh yeah, one's 10 and then 2 for 20, and I was like, cool, yeah, I'll take 2, and then I was like,
Yeah.
you motherfucker,
No, I got
price break there, you asshole.
I got hustled by some carnies one time. Those are some of the best hustlers in the world. Because
Wait,
it's
around
at
here?
the dart game, at the dart game. Because like, hold on, hang on to this dart real quick. All right, hang on to this, and then they'll like pop it for you, the balloons. You're like, all right, that
$5.
one's on me, and it's like, all right, cool, man. Hey, thanks, you're looking out for me. So all right, now $10 more, we're gonna get you the big prize. I'm like, all right, well, if you're gonna keep doing that, like, we're in for it. And he just keeps doing it, and then eventually you're like $30 or $40 in the hole, and you still haven't won. Like, what's going on here, dude?
Here's your
Got
duck.
hustled.
yeah.
Here's your
Fucking
rubber
carnies,
ducky.
dude. They're ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like you see shit like that out there, and like I was like, you know what, man, I can't hate on these people. You got to make money. These
Yeah,
kids are
do
trying
what
to
you
make.
gotta do.
They're actually trying to make money for the school, but at the same time, they're also making.
I bet
money
they're taking
on
a
top
little
of
off
that.
top. I bet
They
they're
have
taking
to
off
be.
the top.
It's
Their
5
fucking
actually.
chocolate bars are this goddamn big.
Yep.
They weren't even that good.
Yeah,
I bought
they're
a
not
s-
even that great.
I bought a stinky candle one time from this kid going door to door selling candles. And
Did
I
you not smell it before you bought it?
well, I didn't care
Russell
what it
doesn't
smelled
do
like.
anything before you buy something.
Yes, I just exchanged money.
I'll take
I-
this.
I have this
please.
candle. How
kid-
much is it?
Is that your bottom dollar? All right, fair enough.
You
So I-
pawn stars. I'm like,
but
I'm giving you 20. That's
I
all
gave
got.
him. I gave him. He came to the house, and I was like, "All right, I'll help you out. Like, whatever. Just I'll give you some money for it." I didn't care what it smelled like. I just was just being nice because his grandma or his mom was sitting out there in like a beat up old Saturn. And I was like, oh, they're just trying to make some extra money, whatever. So I didn't have any cash on me, but I had a stash of $2 bills. And so I'm like, all right, dude, here's
Who just has that casually?
me.
Russell.
Me. I'm the type of guy that has
He
this.
also has silver dollars probably too.
Okay.
Kennedy half dollars, sure. And so I
have some of
give
those.
him a couple $2 bills. I think I gave him like 5 for to be $10 or whatever. I give it to him and I turn around and go home. And then the mom goes up the door, starts beating down on my door. And I'm like, what? Is everything all right? And she goes, you give my son some fake ass $2 bills? I go, what do you mean fake? She goes,
Ma'am.
they don't make no $2 bills. And I go, what?
Yes, they do.
He's
I
like-
use them.
He's like, yeah, go to any bank and you can get some $2 bills. Like, that's bullshit. Give me some real money. I go, why don't you just take your candle back, lady? She's like, no, I'll take them. But if this shit's fake, I'm coming back for you. I was like, what?
She's trying to beat you down in a Saturn.
Dude, she was, yeah.
I mean, honestly,
the
she's driving a
nerve.
Saturn, so she probably could. Was it
Yeah,
silver?
oh yeah, with zero reservation for
Was it silver?
going to jail.
Anybody but herself.
It was a lot of colors.
Oh yeah,
She probably could have beat your
you
ass.
up.
yeah, it was a lot of colors.
She'd have kicked your door down.
Oh yeah, so yeah, don't
Ding dong, motherfucker.
stick to normal denominations.
Yeah, and then like the other thing was too is like I've never rode an L. I've rode like the light train in Colorado because I used to live there. Like I've rode those. Those were fine. Those were like actually normal. But my mentor lived out in Chicago, so he was like, "Dude, I'm gonna come down there."
Which line did you ride?
The red, but you had to take the blue first,
Oh,
which
that's
is the
worse.
worst one.
Yes, it is.
You had to take the blue first to get to the part of the red one that we were going to because we were going up north.
Sounds sufficient.
And yeah, so he's like, I'm going to come down there. I'm going to get you guys. And we're going to go to, we have to take the L uptown. And I was like, okay, cool. I'd always wanted to ride the L, but I was like, I want to see how sketchy this shit is. So the first time we rode it, not a big deal at all. I mean, it was plain and it was simple. Then the second time we rode it, I thought someone was going to die.
I was about to say,
Okay.
how weird did shit
It was
get?
fucked. Because there's this dude, you know how everyone sets up their own little hustle in the
Oh, for
fucking
sure.
train station
Yeah,
and shit
absolutely.
like that. Well, there's this dude, this white guy, he's super fucked up, like on everything you could possibly think about. And he's like standing there like in the middle of the train station. We're like, whatever, we're just not paying any attention to him. Well, unfortunately, we all get onto the train, we sit down, and then of course this dude decides that he wants to get on the train as well. And of course, right in the same door that I just went in.
Nice.
So I'm like, fuck. And there's no seats at all
I'll take
in
it.
the car that we were in.
It was a crowded.
So he's standing up and he has all of his shit. He's homeless. He has all of his shit. And then I'm sitting next to this dude, this black guy, and I'm looking at him and I'm kind of just like looking around because I'm like looking at this fucking dude that's standing there and I'm making sure that other people are seeing this shit too. And like my mentor, he lives there too, so he was just like,
Yeah,
He
yeah,
doesn't
no
give a
big deal.
fuck.
It's a
Right.
normal
It's
day.
normal to him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell? So like this black dude next to me, he was like, hey man, you keep looking over here.
To
I
you?
was like, yeah. And I was
no.
like, yeah, I was like, I don't mean anything by it. He's like, I'm just making sure because you a big ass white guy, so I don't want to have no fucking problems with you. And I was like, no, dude, you're good. I was like, I'm more worried about that. And he was just like, me too. I was like, all right, cool. Well, at least we're all,
Make an
at
ice
least
for
we're
it.
all in
We
the
all
same
know.
fucking circle here.
You got my back. I got
So
your back.
this dude is sitting there and he's like talking to himself, but trying to talk to me and trying to talk to James and trying to talk to all of us and all this shit. And we're just not talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
But then James living there, he's like, oh yeah, man. Like he starts talking to this dude about all this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So next thing I know, a fucking live syringe, hair dye, and fingernail polish falls out of his pocket. And he just picks this fucking syringe up, a live one. It has shit all over it. This live syringe picks it up and he's like just carrying it. And this dude sitting next to me, he was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, put that shit away.
So he's
And
just like freelancing it? Like,
yeah, dude, he's just like talking to James and shit with this fucking live needle in his fucking hand.
Waving it around.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
Oh
like,
my God.
The guy was like, bro, put that shit away. And the dude was like, oh, I didn't even know that was there. And just like shoved it in his pocket.
oh
Like,
my God.
that was like one thing. I was like, okay, this is this is actually fucked. But then the last day we were there, I hadn't seen any other crazy shit. But the last day we were there,
Until.
we were sitting at Shake Shack
Oh, nice.
right
Which
off
one?
Michigan Avenue,
Yeah, there you
like
go.
right there. So you're still in like a pretty nice part of town. Like nothing had happened on that whole entire area since we were there, and we were sitting at Shake Shack waiting to go to the airport. And so we're sitting there, and these two women walk in like the side door, basically, and this dude was coming out, and he like bumped into him, and I'm paying attention. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? And you could tell these women made good money, but this dude bumped into him, and then the next thing I know, like he's like scrambling to get out of there. Well, these women, you know, get inside the building after this fucking chaotic entrance that they had. And they realized this white girl, no, he stole her fucking purse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
It's
whole
pickpocket.
thing, dude.
Yeah, we'll pick
the whole
purse.
fucking thing. I don't even know how he pulled it off. Dude, he like, she had like a whole entire like strap and everything. He got the purse off the strap.
Oh,
Like she still had the
Like,
strap.
did he just like knife it and just?
I don't know what he did.
Like, pulled some
but it was
clips.
gangster.
Yeah.
I'll tell him. I'll give you
I was gonna say
that.
that's
He managed to like
skill.
Good move.
distract this woman while he was cutting her purse off or whatever.
Milady.
I'm
And
so
I'm like,
sorry, man.
Excuse me.
Does the
I was
lady
like,
need a
holy
new
shit.
purse?
So I fucking, like,
That's
I'm
nice purse you got.
I'm like, these ladies are not going to go after this guy.
No,
No,
it's
no.
yeah,
They took the fuck off
sure.
Really?
and caught him.
Good girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
These like 40, 45, 50-ish year old women.
They beat the
that
hell
made
out
a
of
lot
these
of money,
hooligans.
caught up to this man, and got their purse back.
Hold up. Were they in heels or not?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
that explains
I think
that. That makes a lot
I
of
think
sense.
they're in flats.
Flats,
Okay, good.
as
Yeah.
they're
Good.
referred to.
But I was like, dude, like that's just crazy.
Increases
Like,
the
but
speed.
that's just what I was thinking. It's like even people out there that do make good money, they're still like prepared for that shit.
Yeah.
You know, like I did not think in any part of my body that those women would take off after.
It's
that guy.
actually kind of wild the amount of like, you know, super nice, like either Porsches, Range Rovers, Mercedes, whatever, that are like parked on the street. And I'm like, you know, here's the deal. Like either like you have an expendable income that I just clearly cannot fathom, or whatever the case may be. But it's just like, holy shit, you're just really parking your car on the street and just anybody and their mother. I've gotten
Bunch of smash grabs.
I've gotten dinged many times. I drive a Nissan. It doesn't matter. Like it sucks, but like that sucks.
Yeah.
I don't drive a Range Rover or anything
Yeah.
ally. Like,
And they're everywhere down
It's
there.
wild.
Like there's a
Yeah.
bunch
Yeah,
of
you have
badass
money
cars
for a
in
down
Chicago.
payment.
well, carjackings are up super high, and the move is to rear end somebody in broad daylight, hoping that
Oh,
they
they
stop,
get
get
out,
out,
insurance
and then
information.
you get swindled, and then your
Now,
car
do
is
they
gone.
take those to a chop shop of sorts?
More than likely.
100%.
More than likely.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
what they probably
you-
do is they sell the quarter panels so other people have been dinged at a
Sure.
market value.
I don't think it matters after they drop it off.
I see
Right,
you
yeah,
with
it's
Dings.
just
I
you
also
get
have a
what you get.
2008
Doesn't matter
Nissan
where it
Altima
goes.
quarter panel.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is a hustle, man. You know,
Yeah.
like, and you, like I said, I respect everyone's hustle, but that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's
Well,
like
That's
work.
fucked up.
This was a couple years ago, but one of my friends was he was doing an Uber, and they were on Michigan or, close to downtown River North area. And this guy was at a stoplight. I think he drove a pretty nice car, this Uber driver. And the homeless guy just decides to barrel himself over the front, thinking that I got
like a
hit.
Slip
Oh
and
no.
Jimmy kind of situation?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
And luckily there was a cop right there, just come on.
We
Get
saw
out.
that.
No.
Get
And
off
that's
the
thing,
car.
too, is, like, a lot- I
Right,
don't-
you're not going to swindle this poor Uber driver.
I
He's
think
just
the
trying
reason
to-
why not a lot of shit happens in like that part of Chicago is because there's literally cops everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
Because that's like
It
whenever
actually
I was there,
it
there was a
happens
lot of
more.
them.
It happens more.
That's
Do
crazy.
the cops not doing anything?
I don't know if it's the cops don't do anything or if it's just maybe they're not there. It's just the right place, right time.
Yeah, because like at nighttime, like you could see out of our hotel window, and like there's literally cops like all up and down
yeah.
with their lights on, just
Yeah.
sitting there basically.
So during
Is this pre or post Lori Lightfoot?
it's post Lori Lightfoot for sure.
okay.
So especially post Lori Lightfoot. So it was during during a lot of the riots. So Wicker Park. I'm kind of right off one of the main drags, which is like Milwaukee and Ashland Avenue, and it's so it was during again 2020 peak riot time, and I live around the corner from a Foot Locker.
Not a good place to be.
Not a great place to be. Well, it's
Not a good place
luckily
to
it's
be.
around the corner, not on the main drag. But I woke up the next morning to walk my dog, and my whole street was just littered with shoeboxes. It was a shoebox cemetery.
God bless.
did
it was wild.
did they rob the Jordan store out there?
Oh,
on
I'm
Michigan?
sure they did. I'm sure they did.
What? That's a spot.
What Jordan store?
It, yeah.
It's gone.
No,
It
they
is fucking
hit
huge.
Erased from the. Was it that
everywhere.
place you were telling me about? With all the different shoes,
It's not
old
Flight
school.
Club. It's not
No,
Flight
that
Club.
was
That's
Flight Club.
Okay.
Chicago.
Flight Club probably got robbed too.
I think
but
Chicago has
everywhere, and their
Complex.
mother got robbed.
no, they have it's Nike and then
It's
by
just
Jordan.
a straight Jordan
Yeah,
store.
it's Nike by Michael Jordan, I think is what it's called. It's fucking humongous.
That makes
I
sense.
thought Chicago
It's like
had
3 or 4
Complex.
stories, and there's just like all stuff in there, dude. It's
Yeah.
like that place definitely probably got robbed because there was a line there.
Why
like,
why
backed
why do you
up
think that
every
place,
single day.
Taylor? Why do you think that place specifically got robbed?
Do you know how well Jordans
All the
resell?
Jordan stuff.
Yeah, do you know how
Was
much
there a
fucking those shoes sell for?
particular reason?
And you could sell
that you
those
can
like
think
that.
of?
Like a Jordan 1 retro can sell for like $800.
I know. I was trying to trap Taylor.
It's expensive.
Comments.
Expensive shit.
Same
Why
reason Foot Locker
specific?
got robbed.
That-
It's any shoe.
It's just shoes, huh?
Yeah.
Same.
I mean,
No-
even like low
no
top
particular
Nike
reason.
Air Force Ones can resell for like $250.
Just people like shoes.
People really like shoes.
I personally love them.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
mean, they're good on the feet.
Yeah,
you know?
they're definitely good on the feet.
Yeah, you gotta look fresh.
That's the only scary thing about like having a big, like living in a bigger city like that and owning a business in a bigger city like that is if like crime is like that.
Oh,
I mean,
terrifying.
imagine having like a Gucci store or a Louis store or whatever.
Oh, you
No, that's a hard pass
like, dude,
immediately.
what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Your
You're
insurance
the
would be
first
through the
place
roof.
that people are going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, riots are breaking out. There's not enough cops in the whole entire county that can possibly stop
Right.
us. Let's fucking break into this place real quick.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then sell them on Marketplace. Because who cares?
Facebook
They're not gonna stop
Marketplace.
you.
Yeah, no one's gonna give a shit. You guys should probably walk around the streets and sell them out there. But
Oh yeah. I mean, well, nobody's buying them because there's no demand. Everybody's got free shit. Like,
yeah, but yeah,
That'd be kind
Chicago-
of messed up if you.
That
go,
would
like,
be pretty
If you
freaky.
went to go like rob a shoe store and you just got all this wrong sizes and you're like, I can't wear none of this shit.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the last guy there. You know, he's just scooping up whatever he can.
whatever you can get.
Who wants kid size 3s?
Chicago is awesome though. I liked it.
No, Chicago's it's a good time. So many good restaurants, so many good,
Yeah,
you know,
that's the.
bars,
I mean,
whatever.
the restaurants, the bars, everything like that. What's that one shit that's like Chicago? If you go to Chicago, you have to drink it.
Malort.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. Hot
I
take.
hear about this all the
My
time.
chef made me
fuck
take
up.
that.
So here's the deal. So
My lord.
I would rather drink Malort over any shot. Like I'm a tequila fan. I love Malort.
Is this licorice based?
And he also
No,
No, it's
fucked up based.
it's,
is what it is.
if I'm
That
not-
shit should not be allowed to be
if I'm not
sold
mistaken, it's
in anywhere.
wormwood liqueur.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
dude,
They make it with fucking wormwood. And my chef literally told
And
me.
you can tell.
Yeah, like while we were out there, he was like, dude, like whenever I first got introduced to this, when I first came to Chicago, he was hanging out with a bunch of chefs and stuff like that,
yeah.
and they love it. They love that shit. So he's like,
weird.
he's like,
acquired
dude, if you
taste.
drink like 5 of them, you'll actually kind of start tripping.
Yeah.
And he's like,
That was
because it's
wild.
made from
Psychedelic
wormwood.
effect, eh?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, the
seriously.
wormwood,
Yeah, it's
see?
made from wormwood.
I should have brought my handle that I have at home.
But what the fuck?
oh yeah, buddy.
Big drinker.
Got a sweatshirt
that
that says
shit
it.
is
Like I'm a
disgusting.
big fan.
I would like to have a sweatshirt that says it because I did drink it and it was fucking disgusting.
battle.
But
Did
it's
you
a
wait? Hold
cool
on.
word.
Did you do a Malort and Old Style?
I don't know. I went to one of like the oldest bars in like where's that area we were talking about? Sorry, I keep forgetting.
Lakeview?
Lakeview. There's a cool ass bar up there. It was an Irish pub, and it's like a super old bar.
Sure.
And they make you take them.
They probably
talking about
the
just, like-
Chicago handshake is a shot of Malort and an Old Style.
No, that was
Old
not
Style
what it
is-
was.
I
No, they just
personally
said,
hate
"Here's
it.
this
What was
shit."
that dog's bone you had or whatever?
What?
You had some kind of dog's bone or
Dude, you
Monkey
gotta talk
shoulder?
about that pickle shot
some
that
kind
you
of
want
shot
me
you
to
had
take.
at that concert.
Shot
Monkey
I
shoulder?
have at a
Bones
concert.
broth or something like that.
Oh no! So I went to a concert a couple weeks ago. It was, one of my friends ordered it was a ham bone, and it was
That's what it was.
I don't know why it was called a ham bone. It was a shot of Malort and a hams. I thought
So
it was going to come
ham
with like
bone.
maybe like a piece
So
of
you-
bacon or something like diffuse.
Did
it,
you
but-
like Malort the first time you drank it?
No, I did not. So the first time I
you
had
had to keep
Malort
drinking it.
was our
that
first
sucks.
Christmas party at Lagunitas. We had in case nobody knows, Lagunitas is very weed focused and very
did not know.
Like that-
weed friendly.
that pack.
That one.
Yeah.
And
Drugs, huh?
Drugs. You heard of them?
Interesting.
Ma'am,
I'm part of the DARE program. I'm gonna need you to stop.
So we had
Can I get a number?
So we had a big pot tree during our Christmas party that was filled with like little ornaments that were filled with alcohol.
Was there a real pot tree?
No, unfortunately, but it was fake.
Is
But
that what you're saying for the camera?
no, it really wasn't real. I wish it was. Otherwise, I think I if it were, I feel like people would have plucked it and just took it home.
She would have
but-
definitely been tripping.
All right.
The fucking tree caught on fire.
So no, there were
Burning
little
bush, dude.
there were little ornaments filled with alcohol, and like on them were little symbols that like delineated which alcohol it was. So sometimes you got a mystery shot.
What?
Yes.
This sounds like a dangerous fucking
Oh, it was
Christmas party.
dangerous as hell, but very fun.
Is it like the one shots that come in the Christmas ornament themselves, or did these people just pour?
Oh no, they filled them, and they were
Those are
they
balls.
were far more than a shot. I can tell you that much. So we all decided as our little group that we were all going to take our Malort shots because a lot of us were first time Chicagoans, and that was the first time I had Malort. It was nasty. It tastes like bug spray. It's
Dude, it's fucking gross.
It's not
Have
good.
you never had it?
No.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
No.
shockingly, he's never had the pleasure, but we'll convert him.
Oh.
What do you mean? He's talking against it.
I'll convert
No,
you.
I'll go with you and then not drink it, but I'll watch you
I'll
drink
watch
it.
it.
But
So bug spray, you say?
Dude,
yeah,
I don't.
it's like bug spray and sunscreen. It's not good,
It's
but
fucking disgusting.
It's 80% DEET.
hot damn, is it nice? It's like
way-
after
like, dude, that-
again after like a while, you
I
just
will say
assimilate.
though, like I will give it this. Okay, after one shot, I was fucked up.
yeah, you're welcome,
bang for the
Chicago.
Like I had one beer and one shot, and I was like,
Oh, give me home.
I'm pretty good. I'm
mortif-
pretty
I'm
solid right now.
This is pretty nice.
Are we not taking the L back home?
I'm not
No.
giving next at home.
I gotta go find that needle he dropped.
My mentor's like, no, dude, we're walking back to your house. What?
No,
I'm not walking anywhere, dude.
Walking?
Like, what the fuck?
Dude, we talked about our trip down to Nashville at lunch the other day, and him and his girlfriend both like, you need to take this pickle shot.
You have
But
to.
don't.
Like a
back.
pickleback?
No, it's just a pickle shot. Like they literally infused vodka with pickles.
They have
Oh,
those
that's
at the
fine.
gas
They
stations.
do it in Chicago too.
They have those at a
Or
Casey's.
in Colorado. It's
Oh,
a big
okay.
thing in Colorado too.
Yeah, but you told me not to eat the pickle.
Yeah, so that's the other thing too is like if no one has taken a pickle shot in Nashville,
What's that
Don't
one
eat the
in
fucking
Alaska where they have the toe in the drink? You guys heard about this? They have
the
the
hell's
toe.
wrong with you?
They have a bottle of alcohol and they have somebody's
What?
toe in it.
Nope.
And you guys haven't heard of this?
What are you looking at online?
No,
Have
I,
you-
s- I
have you
saw
been to
this.
Alaska?
No, I've just
All
heard
right, well.
about this.
From who? Who are your sources
It's a
that are
reliable
telling?
source.
yeah, like the Malort thing, like
It's not for everybody.
yeah.
Honestly, it does. And
Would I do it
really
again?
does take about 5, 6.
Would I do it again? Maybe.
should.
But it's one of those things where like he didn't like it at first either, and now he loves it.
Yep.
But and that's how you said it mostly happens. Like you'll hate it the first time you take it because you've never probably tasted anything like that
Oh,
before.
absolutely not.
And especially something
Absolutely
that's so fucking strong.
Yes.
So it
Like,
smells
that
like
was-
it tastes
it's
like
strong
bug
and
spray.
It's strong and it lingers like for
It-
a
oh,
while.
it
Like
stays there.
You can drink a lot of other things.
I drank a whole entire beer afterwards, and I still tasted it.
Yeah.
Like it literally
it'll stay with you.
stains
Stains
every
your
part
tongue.
of everything in your body.
Yeah.
But like when
Cocktail.
you
Your whole
burp,
body.
when you burp, it
You
tastes
burp
like
a
it.
lord.
If you fart, it smells like it. Like
Oh, it just,
dude,
it just takes you over.
It takes
for
over
yourself.
your whole entire body.
Speak for yourself.
So here we've got a cocktail with a mummified human toe in it. It exists at this Canadian saloon.
All right, so one place.
Why?
Basically, I think it's a frostbitten toe, if I remember right. If you're looking for a drink with a little extra kick, the sourdough cocktail is just the ingredient. A human toe. Served up at the Downtown Hotel Sourdough Saloon in Dawson City, Canada. The cocktail is connected to a legend that dates back to the 1920s about bootlegging brothers who placed one of their frostbitten toes in moonshine. And a memento is... in 1973, the preserved toe was discovered and a sourdough cocktail club was born.
Heinous.
So,
Gross.
yeah. So, look at there.
Why? No. No.
why?
No. No, play the video.
Look at this old sailor.
Did he cut it? Wait, hold on. Did he cut off of himself?
It looks like it.
Potentially,
Oh,
right?
look, he's got the toe.
Is it the
the
same
hat.
toe they just pass on to every single one you got to take?
That hat is really something.
He's wafting it
Get a
now.
whiff.
Dude,
get a
hold on.
view.
Go back and read the rules.
Oh, hold on. It touches lips. It touches lips.
So wait, what do you do with the toe afterwards?
They shake
give it
hands
back,
and they move
dude.
on.
It's the same
It's the same toe.
Ew.
You get a certificate
It's a
for that.
recycled toe shot.
Where's the go back button?
I want to see the rules.
Oh,
There it is.
yeah, sour toe. Chew, suck, or bite.
But
Or
you get
put
a
toe in mouth.
$2,500
The toe,
fine.
if it's swallowed, is a fine of
This sounds like it
$2,500.
is. This sounds like it's catered toward foot fetish people for sure.
Oh yeah, you can really weed
I
out.
would never drink
Oh,
anything
yeah.
that has a human body part.
Right,
in it.
because you don't have
I'm
a-
just gonna throw it
you
out
don't
there
have
right
a
now.
fetish for that body.
Even if
not-
it's in pickled in alcohol.
No, not
That's-
gonna happen.
No.
It's mummified and
No,
pickled.
gross.
I'm out.
These
Why?
are two different.
I'm out.
Who was like, oh, put your
Because
toe
you
in
got to
this?
realize too how expensive do you think that shot is?
with
I
and without the
guarantee you it's
toe.
not-
$6, $7.
Well, when you add the toe,
The toe
it
adds value.
Okay,
adds
but
value.
how? Okay, so does the age of the toe increase the value?
I think
of
the
the shot?
toe's almost
I mean,
100
you got to
years
think
old.
that shot is
then
probably
maybe fuck. I might take that shot.
that shot
If
is
you're
probably
in-
expensive. So who knows if the toe even has anything to do with it? You just literally pay extra to have a fucking toe in your drink.
Of course you do.
And then you get a certificate. They're like,
Of course
yeah,
you do, bud.
fucker.
Are you gonna have a toe?
I mean-
get you.
I went to Canada. What'd you get? I got this.
I got the
Damn.
toe.
Put a toe in your mouth.
That'd be
scheme.
kind of cool. I don't know. And it's
I
only
don't
like weird
think
way.
that
Like
at all.
no foot fetish here, but
I think if
if
Toe
it's like
fetish.
a really
It's a part of
old
the-
ass toe,
part of the culture, you know.
right? That could be kind of fun.
It's like eating
is
a,
wrong
a
with you two?
2-pound. It's like eating a 2-pound burger, you know.
That's in Canada.
That's not like
That's
eating
in-
2 pound burger.
So they don't allow
not at all like
they
eating
don't allow felons in Canada, but they allow people to drink like fucking human bodies.
yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Hey, that's Canada, eh?
It's light all the time. What else do they have to do?
Don't mind the hat.
Yeah, you eat toast there, Dimitri.
That would be
You ever have a sip of toe?
A little toe shot doesn't hurt it.
But your lips must touch the gnarly toe.
the gnarly.
Oh, they
toe.
say gnarly.
Gnarly toe, dude.
I mean, that's pretty on brand.
I'll do Malort any day before I do that.
So
Really?
there you go.
100%. You don't get a certificate when you drink Malort.
No, yeah, I wish
Should
you?
you?
Did.
I wish you did
Should
too.
you get
I
one?
think you should.
No, but
I
I
think
did.
first timer should.
I did know the head distiller at for when Malort acquired or when CH Distillery acquired Malort.
Because that's the only one, right?
So I got a lot of So
There's only one
I got
left.
a lot of swag. I got a lot of Malort
Yeah.
stuff, but
Because
Should've brought a
that's
gift
the
bag.
only one, right? It's
not
right
for
by
drinking the shot.
Isn't it right by the Asia Town or what Chinatown or whatever?
It's a little bit
right
more
by
north.
there.
Asia
Yeah.
Town. Very
It's
nice.
it's in like
Yeah.
the Goose Island, Cabrini Green area.
Yeah,
now.
I knew it wasn't that far away from there.
No.
Because we were.
You know, there's a
eating pho and
place
he
in
was talking to me about Malort.
in Kansas City where you can get monkey meat.
What?
Did you know that?
No.
There's an Asian market there. You can get all kinds of exotics.
You
monkeys.
partaken?
I've tried, but I didn't know the passwords. By passwords, I mean Chinese.
So we're working on your
letters.
Mandarin until then.
Yeah.
Circle, dot, house symbol. That's how you get in there.
Let me write it out for you. I write perfect Mandarin. Yeah, they serve all kinds of wild meats.
That's something. Don't like
it's right
that.
down there by City Market and all that.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. And it says in giant bold letters Chinese food or something like that. Chinese market, I think is what it says. More of a wet market than anything else.
Wet
In
market.
just the middle
Like
of
in
the
Wuhan.
country.
Wuhan.
Are you familiar?
Do
Do you watch the news?
Where have you been the last 2 years? Shit could have originated there at that fucking warehouse, as far as I'm
Hey,
concerned.
there you go. Kansas
mean,
City, we're looking at you.
It's very shady, and it's like they don't sell anything, but there's cameras on every turn of the aisle.
Oh, I believe it.
You know, it's like they really don't want you stealing any of their precious noodles or,
Shifty place.
you know. Well, that's them for you.
Yeah. Damn Kansas City people.
Yeah, Kansas Cityans.
They have to go back to Chicago this year now too.
Yeah,
Well,
so
in
you guys are
2022.
going. You guys are going to New Orleans next week, right?
Yep.
You're leaving, so
And
this is
Tennessee.
actually gonna be our last for a couple weeks.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I think we get back on a Sunday, but I have no idea when we'll be back.
Well, the last thing you want to
Don't
do
do that
is
to yourself. Just
you race
Get
home, get back
home.
here.
Well, it'd be
How's the trip?
'cause
I'm so tired.
It'll only
right
be
now.
7 hours because, like I said, we're going to New Orleans for 6 days, and then we're going to Nashville for 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
So then we're coming back.
I don't know. You keep
So it's
adding
only
days
7.
to this damn vacation.
why are you guys
It's only-
going? Why are you guys going to Nashville?
Well,
Get fucked up.
no.
I mean, I was just there, so it was a lot of fun.
No, I mean, we just went to Nashville in April too for my birthday, but we're going to Nashville number one because we were actually supposed to go to eat at one of my favorite chef's restaurants that he just opened,
Oh, which one?
Audrey.
Okay.
We were supposed to go eat there, and then like the day that they released the bookings online, I missed them.
Shit.
So I
his
checked
fault.
them 3 times that day, and they didn't pop up. And then, of course, like the hour, and
Right.
2 hours that
You
I didn't
weren't paying
check, they released it,
Yeah.
and they booked them all. So
Sure.
now we're going to his other restaurant, which is also fine dining and stuff like that too, which that'll be fun. But I mean, Nashville's just an awesome place. That's one of my favorite
we
places
were
I think
just
I've ever
there,
been.
a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's an
was
awesome,
awesome, yeah.
time.
Never been.
So
What was that place?
You're gonna have a good time.
Dino's. Is that where we went?
Yeah, we went to Dino's, a
place
dive
is
bar
pretty
in
cool.
East Nashville.
yeah,
That
Going
place is
to,
pretty awesome.
what's the Rainbow Room? We're also going there.
Oh, was that some kind of jazz club?
And Joyland.
Dude, it's like it's old. Like it's one of the oldest restaurants and bars in Nashville, and it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
on Printer's Alley. But
Printer's
it's-
Alley, huh?
Yeah, it's like back there, but it's like a super cool, like small bar.
Do I
It kinda
have
looks like a dungeon?
a suggestion for you? The Glenn Campbell Museum. You
It
familiar
is.
with the Wichita lineman?
No.
Oh, get familiar, my friend.
Educate yourself.
It is quite delightful.
We went to the car museum out there. That was pretty fucking cool.
Card museum.
Car
Museum.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Card
It's
museum.
like
It's just a bunch of old shopping carts.
I'm like, well, no, I was thinking like playing cards. I'm like, all right, cool.
This
like
is
20
a very
is there
fine.
a museum?
it's like 20 minutes south of Nashville.
This is a little Glenn Campbell for you. Here goes our copyright strike.
Here we go.
Walking these streets alone,
Oh yeah, I've heard this.
singing the same old song. I know we run back and walks on Broadway. So
Yeah, I would highly recommend.
yeah, and you
going
can
to
even
Glen
see
Campbell
they got the
Museum.
little
They have a museum?
yeah.
It's not big. It's about 30 minutes. You get beer.
Yeah,
It's not free,
yeah,
but
you can pay, but a real nice place. There's a nice old lady that runs the elevator there.
yeah, she does. She's probably very excited to see a youthful
She
audience.
certainly was. She does. But yeah, enjoy yourselves there. Comes highly recommended.
It's right off Broadway. It's pretty
if
low.
you're a fan of his work.
yeah, it's delightful. You get to do your own
Little karaoke.
cover of Rhinestone Cowboy. Don't
do
get to
one?
keep it, but you get to keep the memories.
Yeah, no, it's just like
Pictures
you
are
watch
not
the video and then you
taken.
leave. Like it's not printed out or recorded anywhere.
Right.
It's just like
Thanks. See ya.
Yeah, it's
And I think
all
there's
right,
probably
next.
a few cardboard cutouts you can run away with, but you know,
I still regret not.
there's a
not
lot of
stealing
regrets
that.
there. Yeah,
But I wasn't getting too far down Broadway with those cardboard.
Right.
Actually,
Especially trying
now
to
we
run up
didn't
that
see
fucking
any.
hill. You guys know what I'm talking about then. When you go down Broadway,
Yeah.
you know the big ass fucking hill you have to go down?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
Thing
keep
stinks.
telling him that whenever he gets drunk, that hill is a fucking nightmare.
roll them down.
That is a big
Roll
hill.
them down the middle.
yeah,
That
stinks.
is a very large hill.
Yeah,
It's
And
not
it
small.
basically goes straight up.
Yeah.
And I told him about this. I'm like, dude, you don't understand.
get in shape.
Whenever you get fucked up, that
We're
hill
leaving in
is a
4 days. There's
fucking
no way I'm
nightmare.
getting in shape.
So hold
could
on.
do
So
something.
what are your like go-to bars on Broadway then? Do you have any?
Kid Rock's.
Or-
Anyone
Rock.
you can get into.
Kid Rock.
Fair enough. They're fair enough. Because when we were there, it was
I
like
did go to Kid Rock's bar.
probably about, I would say, upwards of 50 plus bachelorette parties.
Oh God, yeah.
It was every other
Bachelorettes are ruining that town.
It was every other corner. It was woo, which is
Yeah.
like
For
that's
who?
fine
Who are they running it for?
everyone there
for
that-
the bride.
Who
Everyone.
cares? She's getting married. She
You'll
has her
find
day.
out. No, you just
Yeah.
just eat those words here in a couple of weeks. You're going to absolutely.
You know,
hate
it was wild. It was just like, oh, this
I'm
seems.
gonna
a little
woo
bit
back
much,
at every single
but-
one of them because I'll
No,
be drunk.
well, you'll
Yeah.
lose your voice pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
Because they're all riding in these tractors and like.
Well, I mean, in your benefit, there are unfortunate angles in which you can.
yeah, upskirts.
Yeah,
A
just
lot of,
don't- I wasn't going to say it.
yeah.
That's it, like I don't know. That was the hardest part about going to Nashville because like we wanted to drink, but it was so fucking hard.
That's where
Right.
we
To
get into
East
any of
St.
those
Or
bars.
East Nashville is
I
really
said
awesome.
East St.
Yeah,
Louis.
no, East Nashville, like that's where we stayed.
I would go.
was-
Yeah, you should try that out
And
because
it was nice. It was walking distance for everything, and like, yeah, we didn't choose anything like too insanely popular, which was also nice
Yeah.
too. But like,
I think we drank more outside of actual Broadway Street.
yeah,
Yeah,
because you
What's
can
funny
actually
is-
get in there.
Did you say something about Joyland earlier?
Yeah,
Okay, so we drove by Joyland a couple times.
so fire.
Right, it wasn't on the list, but it was good.
It's fire.
Okay,
Yeah, Sean Brock also owns that.
okay,
And
So-
he met
and
him
that's
and has a
like-
picture with him.
nice.
That's like his play restaurant.
Oh,
like
fun.
it's not serious at all. They just sell like little. They call
Is
them
it-
crust burgers.
Is it like multiple restaurants within like?
No, it's just one.
It's just one, okay.
Yeah. They sell like little crust burgers and they do
Should wear
like
your hat.
pimento
Crust burgers?
cheeseburgers and all sorts of
Oh,
shit. Crust burgers a
mess
smash
me
burger
up.
basically.
I do enjoy good pimento.
Who
Yeah,
doesn't?
they put pimento on the burger
What's that?
and
The
like,
Masters.
dude,
They
it's,
have a pimento cheese sandwich there.
Sure, I
it's
bet they do.
legendary.
it's
I'm
so
sure.
fucking good.
Yeah, it's
Like,
legendary.
It's masterful.
It's
they have
masterful.
insanely
So
good
bad.
chicken
That was
sandwiches.
so bad.
Like everything about Joanne was awesome. So
Okay,
You're just happy
and
because
we
you
were right
got
around
to
the
meet
corner
him.
from there.
yeah, it was
Well.
fun, and I got to meet him there. So
Just
On my
a whim,
birthday.
On a whim.
yeah, on my birthday.
And then I get the phone call afterwards at like 11 o'clock in the morning. He's like, dude, you're not going to believe what I just chased down.
I was about to say, so like, how did that happen? Was it a hey, I'm a chef too kind of situation?
It
or?
turned into that, yeah, but it was
You don't want to
basically
lead
like
with that for sure.
I would
the
like to
first
meet the
day we
chef.
got there.
Yep.
The first day we got there, like, so this is in a period where the Continental, which is where we're going, he was currently trying to work on opening that. So he opened Joyland first, and then he like was focused on the Continental. So I was like, he's probably not going to be here because he's focused on opening this fucking hotel restaurant.
Sure.
in a very, very expensive hotel. So I was like, there's no way he's ever going to be here, right? I mean, he's trying to, do all these like French techniques and all these different types of foods and things like that at the Continental. So I was like, and they're supposed to open in the next couple months.
Right.
So I was like, he's going to be focused on that. You're never going to run into him at Joyland. But I was like, we're in Nashville. He owns this place. I want to go eat there. So we went there the day that we got there, and I started talking to the cashier about like, hey, I want, one of those shirts and one of the hats and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, so does Sean come in here very often? And she was like, yeah, like he's in here, pretty often. And I was just like, oh, cool. I was like, I'm from Springfield, Missouri. And I was like, he's one of my favorite chefs. And she was like, ooh, you just missed him. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Damn
She's like, no, if you would have been here like 5 minutes earlier, you would have saw him. And I was like, okay, awesome, great.
Yeah.
Well, give me my fucking food. So he ate, and I was like, dude, this shit, it was so good. And then we went back on my birthday to eat lunch, just to try like the rest of the menu. So we went back on my birthday, and as soon as like you go over like the crest of a hill, like you probably saw it, it's the crest of a hill, and you could see it. And we're at that 4-way stop right there, and I could see him. Like he was walking into the restaurant.
So you see her bailed out of the car.
Yeah, I was like, tapping I was like, I was like,
That's
it's
my boy.
him. I didn't know what to fucking say. I was like, and she's like, is that him? I was like, I was like, I don't give a fuck. We're paying for parking. I don't give a shit. I'm going inside like right now. So I went down the hill, pulled in that parking lot behind there, and you have to pay for all that shit because it's like for all the offices and everything. So he paid for parking. I ran inside, made her pay for it.
Gotta go.
I ran inside, and then I waited for her to get in there before I actually like said anything to him. And so then like I was sitting there, and he was like putting up the merch and stuff like that. So then I was like, hey, hi.
Howdy.
And I was like, I'm Taylor. I was like, I'm from Springfield, Missouri. I was like, I'm a chef back there. And, I was like, I've always kind of wanted to meet you because you're one of my favorite chefs. And he's like, oh, what's up, man? I'm just like, he's like a super normal fucking person.
Don't you love that?
It was crazy.
Don't forget this famous line. Well, everyone deserves a picture on their birthday.
So like I'm sitting down.
that
Right?
his line
It's my
or Taylor's?
birthday.
Oh my God.
It's my birthday, right? So I'm sitting
Same
down.
time.
Same time.
Yeah, I'm sitting down waiting on our food, and he's doing whatever he was doing. And
Cooking.
I'm just sitting there, and me and my girlfriend are talking, blah, blah, blah. And then he comes up, and he literally starts talking to us. And I'm like, this is cool as fuck.
Right.
It's like someone that I look up to and things like that. So like he's sitting there, he's just talking to us, and he probably talked to us for 30 minutes straight.
No shit.
That's a good
About
guy.
Audrey, because he was opening Audrey, who's opening the Continental, blah, blah, blah. And like he just was talking to us about all this stuff. And I started asking him like random questions about like, why did he go from Charleston to Nashville and things like that, like just simple stuff. And we sat there and talked for a while, and I was like, you're a lot cooler than most chefs, I think.
I think, sir.
Yeah.
But I was like, do you care if, we take a picture since it's my birthday, and that'd be pretty badass to get a picture? And he's like, dude, everyone needs a picture on their birthday. So then we took a picture.
Good guy.
Yeah, he was cool as fuck.
So I have a question then. So you don't have to name names, obviously, but have you ever met a chef that's a huge dick?
Pretentious asshole, perhaps.
That's good. That's good. It's a good streak.
Not yet.
Now, Dimitri,
Yeah.
let me ask you a
I know
question.
I know there is
Follow
plenty
up.
of them. I know there's plenty of them,
Oh yeah, for sure.
especially the older ones. The older ones still live in their old ways.
That's a
Older
good
ones with
point.
a lot of fame, I feel
Yeah,
like, are
they're
not.
fucking assholes.
They're not up there.
Like Jonathan Waxman, we went to eat at his restaurant out in Nashville, and I feel like on TV, Jonathan is like a super nice guy.
What's the name of the restaurant?
Adele's.
Adele's. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a big fucking huge white building that used to be a tire shop.
Oh,
It turned into
that's
like a
interesting.
fine dining restaurant. It's actually really cool. But like I was like, man, people like that, he's older, he's an Italian guy. And I was like, he's so nice on TV, like on all these shows, he's super nice and stuff like that. But I feel like in real life, if I was like, hey, Jonathan, nice to meet you, blah, 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 he'd be like,
Great.
Right, yeah, I wouldn't give a
"No,
shit.
who the
Move
fuck
on.
are you? But there is a bunch of older people that like I would honestly like want to meet, but I would probably never actually like try to introduce myself because I feel like they're just assholes,
Right.
especially in the older. It's
Better to not know that they're assholes and pretend like they're
like
nice.
40s and down. I'll talk to them any of the day
Right,
because it's just like they're different.
Right,
They're
right,
different.
right.
They've had to work for those people before, so
Yeah, they don't wanna-
And they might portray that same thing whenever they own their own restaurant, but most of them don't. So, yeah, I've never met one that's a douche yet.
Okay.
So
That's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep the streak, honstly.
the chefs that I've met in New
Now,
Orleans, they're
Dimitri,
all
you
super
keep
nice.
for the last 30 minutes you've been pointing at Taylor. Do you have something to say about your boss?
Right, but your boss, your employer.
He's still my best friend. You're still a douche. Love you though. Anyways, continue.
Well, I mean, you
I have to tell him what to do, so I'm a douche.
yeah, asshole.
Oh, you're not doing your job correctly? Now you're mad at me because I told you
Uh-oh.
you're not doing your job correctly? My bad, dude.
So, Dimitri, you're tagging along on this trip, right?
yeah.
Too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Spent all day
Is
shopping
that going
for
to be
clothes.
is
so.
that going to be a problem?
No. For me personally, I think that it's honestly going to be better for him, and you can take this whatever fucking way you want to, Dimitri. I don't care. But I think it's going to be better for him because he's never taken like an actual vacation before. So you get that
Culture him
like
a little.
you get that chill, you know, like
Yeah.
you're like, okay,
yeah.
like I'm really gone. I don't have to go to work for, you know, 9
over
more
for a
days,
while,
11 days
yeah.
technically. But, you know, I was like, I think that will help him kind of like wind down and realize like that shit is not as crazy as it might seem. But we're also going to one restaurant in New Orleans, one restaurant in Nashville that are higher end. And he's never been to a restaurant like that.
Oh, what are you expecting? To make an ass of yourself, or
No, I'm nervous as fuck on how to act.
I would be too.
Oh, it's not a. Don't,
I mean, like,
don't
I'm gonna-
overthink it. I think that's
thing is-
Stare at the table and don't make a sound.
The
You'll
thing
be
is,
fine.
I want to
You'll
be.
be-
The
it'll
thing
be
is,
fine.
I'm gonna be who I am no matter what. But
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
That's not what Taylor wants to
I'm about
hear.
to change the reservations.
well, it's
the
just
Hardee's.
like
Yes, you're on a
Shit hit
hard.
different out there.
It's Carl's
Biscuit.
Jr. right there.
I got a Jack in the Box in this bitch anyway. But I don't know what to expect, so I'm not gonna sit there. I'm gonna go in there with an open mind. You know,
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit there and be like overwhelmed with fine dining, but I'm not gonna underestimate that too.
It is like it'll overwhelm anyone the first time you go into like an actual fine dining establishment because you're like, what the fuck? Like it's completely different than just going into like a nice restaurant.
Well, okay,
you
though.
know?
In what way?
Like you don't know, like, okay, I mean, these are the little things that'll go through people's head that have never been to like an actual fine dining restaurant. They'll be like, can I put my fork on my
Oh
plate?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And should I like
Cotillion
lightly,
nonsense.
should I lightly tap it down so it doesn't make noise? Like those are things that in some restaurants that is very important.
Sure.
Like that's why you go into some restaurants and you hear like the music in the background, but then you don't hear anything else.
Yeah.
But that's important. That's the atmosphere that they've built there.
Right.
And
So
if
clanking
you don't,
and
if you've
chunking.
never been there and you don't know that, going into a restaurant like that might be intimidating because you're like,
It's quiet.
everyone's quiet. Like everyone's talking, but they're talking quietly, and everyone's eating like super delicately and like all sorts of stuff. Which they have those restaurants. Michelin restaurants are like that.
So you mean I'm
Yeah.
not supposed to pick up
So-
this rib with my hands? Okay.
Yeah, it's like I mean, shit like
I
that.
do what I'm
Some
paying
people-
for, and I do what I want.
Some people
You got
don't
my
know.
money.
Some
Yeah.
people don't know how to put their towel in their lap. You know, like they
I've
don't
known
know
that.
that type of shit.
Right. Yeah.
So it's
The
like
basics.
they're like just have their napkin on the table, and everyone else has theirs on their laps like they're
Yeah.
supposed to.
Yeah.
And you're
I
just
was that
sitting
way for a
here
long
fucking, you know,
Russell walks in and
rubbing
he's like,
shit.
"Well."
Yeah, you're just like rubbing it and fucking throwing it back on your table. And it's like, dude, like, you know, those are things you got to pay attention to. You just got to see what everyone else is doing.
It's all
Do you
cues
think-
at the
Yeah,
end of the
you
day.
have to. You have to see what everyone else is doing because you're like, okay.
Do you
these
you
people are
trust
doing this, so-
Dimitri not to make a fool of you at these restaurants?
Full of me, I don't really give a fuck.
Okay.
But because
Of
he's
himself?
not going to affect. He's going to, yeah.
yeah, he's gonna do himself. Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, you go into some of these restaurants like Commander's Palace, like it's a place where on their description, whenever you make a reservation, it says button-up shirts are required
Oh yeah.
Sure.
and blazers are highly recommended. So it's one of those places like you're going in there with the suit on, pretty
It's like,
much.
Right,
it's like
yeah.
a club.
So it's,
Don't mess it up.
It's one of those things where it's like he went and did the right thing and bought a suit and things like that for this, which is good because
Yeah, that's a step up.
I mean, you just
That's
gotta
a-
have one anyway.
yeah,
right?
like I
You know,
mean,
just to have.
everyone should have one, but it's one of those things. It's like you have to wear them at this restaurant. You know, it's like you can't just
Oh,
go
yeah.
in there and be like,
Right.
I'm gonna wear a fucking t-shirt today.
My aunt and uncle are part of a very bougie country club up in the North Burbs of Chicago, and if you wear jeans or anything denim, you are immediately turned away.
Yeah.
No matter who
Denim.
you're with.
That's how
it's-
shit is, man.
It's
Materialist.
tough, but it's just like that's it. Just don't
That's
wear.
the
just don't wear
standard,
denim.
though. Like, if you know the standard, if you're a member at this country club and you know the standard, why the
Right.
hell would you try to wear jeans in
Oh
there?
yeah.
That's a good
But
point.
people,
Like,
people,
why
they,
would you
they
do
try
that?
and they get through it. It's like, well, it's black denim. It's like, well, it's still
Yeah,
denim. Is
same
it?
shit.
What's the
Same
content?
shit.
Is it denim? All right, great.
But like I said, I mean, I think it's gonna kind of like chill him out for a little bit, but then
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, like one of the biggest things that he knows he has, and one of the biggest problems that he's gonna face is whenever this fully turns into the new restaurant name that is going to mean something completely different than what Bruno's does right now.
Sure.
So
Like, yes, we're trying to portray that we're still a fine dining Italian restaurant. We do make everything from scratch, everything like that. We are still portraying that vision, but at the same time, Fontina is where I fully taking everything to the next level. And it's one of those things where it's like his biggest problem. He has a fear of calling me chef. He has a fear of it. But at the same time, one of the things is that going to these two restaurants, he'll see that is actually how it is in the real world.
Right.
Yes, we're friends, but at the same time, whenever we're in this building,
It's different.
it's different.
Yeah, the
we're
dynamic
not
has
friends
changed.
then. But at the same time, it's like if we're gonna try to be the best restaurant in Springfield, Missouri, there's a lot that goes into that. And it's like people are if people go in there, they're gonna hear like people saying like yes chef, hey chef, stuff like that.
Well, it's part of the
people are gonna
illusion.
feel like
Right.
we're at a legit restaurant.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it
instead
does.
of my employees just being like, hey man, what can I
Hey,
do
T.
with all this stuff? It's like
Yeah.
that instantly takes that level down.
Yeah.
And I don't expect any of them to do that right now because like right now all we're expecting to do and all I
Is the
expect
job.
them to do is literally go in and serve the food that we have on the menu right now and act somewhat normal. But once it fully switches over, it's going to go to the next level.
It's part of the atmosphere.
So, but
You're
once
right.
I think once he sees
what it could be,
that
what your vision of
what
it
the
is,
vision is of how a kitchen should actually be ran, because we are an open kitchen, and
Right.
people
There's no
hear
hiding.
everything else. You can't hide from shit. So once he sees like what that's actually like, whenever the kitchen is actually, because people know
have you
instantly
chosen
who the
restaurants
chef is.
with open kitchens?
Yeah.
For this reason
Yeah,
specifically?
the Continental is open kitchen, and then Commander's Palace, I think, is open kitchen. But it's one of those things where it's like, dude, once he sees that, he'll be like, okay,
Right. Right.
this is really how it is to portray this this level of cuisine,
Right, yeah.
and to keep this level in in the
Well,
restaurant,
there's a
like going higher
professionalism
and
behind
higher.
the food.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind me asking, what's the future of Bruno's then?
Bruno's is, it's going to be gone.
Right, but so like,
Basically.
what is your vision?
So Fontina is basically, it's still going to be Italian food.
Is it the name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know you had a
So-
name
Good
for it
name.
yet.
Where it's still going to be Italian food, but even right now, just being Bruno still, we have elevated everything that he has ever done there.
Okay.
To a different
Ooh.
level.
Do you guys still have muscles?
No.
Shit.
I do them as a
Okay,
special.
well, that was
Yeah, I did them as
No,
a
you
special,
dumb
but
bitch.
that was one of the,
no, that was always my
All
favorite
the-
thing. Was,
Dumb question.
That was my favorite thing was the mussels and white wine sauce. It
Yeah.
was friggin' delightful. I know it was an appetizer, but
yeah.
whew,
And that, it's
That
it's
hit.
good, but I did them as a special and people loved it. And then, that's the other thing too, is
and doing it as a special makes it obviously more.
yeah, if people,
special.
once they see it, because we post a lot of stuff on Facebook now and things like that, which
Sure.
is something he wasn't doing. So when people
Right.
are like, oh shit, he
Right,
has
okay.
muscles today, for, people like you, that they're going to be like, oh
do you
shit,
mean?
I
I
need to
gotta
go
go
in
in
there
today.
and
Right.
get muscles because they don't
Right.
They're
typically
not
have
every
them.
day.
So
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it makes people interact with the restaurant more.
Well, because
Sure.
also
You know.
that's not something you want to keep on hand at all times either.
Yeah.
Like that kind of
Seafood's a
specialty
bitch.
seafood
Yeah.
and whatever
Seafood's a
else.
bitch.
Yeah, I feel like that's just
It goes
you know,
bad so fast and it's expensive as shit right now.
Right,
So,
right.
the difference was I brung in fresh mussels and did a pasta with it and things like that. So it's I brung those in fresh and I knew I was only going to get 2 days out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. So, we had them for 2 days and I think we sold almost all of them. And I was like, cool,
Right.
But that's,
But
people
preparing
love
for
it.
next time, yeah.
Yeah. And it's and I've done a lot of shit lately that I didn't think people would eat. A lot of
Really
stuff.
pushing it, huh?
Like what?
I did lamb shanks. And
I remember
Ooh.
those. Yeah, those looked awesome.
we sold all
Did
of
you get 'em?
those both
No, the
days
guy
that we
next
did
to
it.
me
Then
got
who
'em.
cares?
Then buzz up.
We did lamb shanks. We did roasted duck. We did
Ooh, I
duck
do love
ragu
duck.
the other day. We did lamb ragu a couple days before that. I'm just testing the waters to see what people actually eat.
Right.
Yeah.
And-
at this point, it's kind of like a science experiment, right?
Yeah.
Like you're kind of testing
Because
your audience and
those
seeing
dishes
what they like, what
too,
they don't like, and
Those
Probably will
dishes
help
too.
out Fontina's
It does, and that's the thing is a lot of people too right now they like these things, but I really want to see what Fontina's menu could turn into.
right, absolutely.
People
Right.
went ape shit over the lamb shanks.
Just because
People-
they eat them doesn't mean they would
Yeah.
eat them every single
People-
day, or
Exactly.
you'd be able to sell.
we sold out of all of the lamb ragu. The duck ragu, it did okay, not super crazy, but we sold out of all the roasted duck.
right.
So it's one of those things where it's I guess, with duck, me personally, I like to eat the whole fucking thing instead of just having a ragu.
Yeah.
But that's just me. And I guess it's other people too, because like I said, we sold out of the duck and then we didn't sell out of the ragu. So it's like, maybe that's just the thing.
Well, yeah,
That people
that's the
want
recipe.
the whole roasted
Right.
duck.
Yeah.
So, but the
But
lamb.
it's a good way to learn as just throwing all this out
It's perfect.
there.
So the lamb, I sold both ways completely. I mean, we sold out of all the ragu and we sold out of all the shanks.
Yeah.
Both days that we did
So
it.
there's no going wrong.
So it's like maybe lamb is something that can potentially be on that menu eventually because, I mean, yeah, it's a good time for lamb and ossobuco and things like that right now because it's cold, but it's not cold right now. But I mean,
It
it's
is
supposed to be
70
cold.
degrees.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cold, but I mean, you just never know like what the menu's going to turn into. Like that's the thing too is like, you know, going to other places and eating at restaurants like that, like you see like what they're doing and how they do it and things like that, and then it gives you ideas. But I don't know what the menu's going to turn into. But like I said, once we get back and it turns into Fontina, like I hope
What would be? Is that what it's going to be when you get back from?
it'll be like the middle of next year probably.
Well,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
because
So-
Springfield's kind of an odd duck because we have so many restaurants.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Duck
much.
pun.
No, but we have there's so many restaurants here, and I feel like every time I come back to town, there's another new restaurant, which is totally fine. I'm totally open to variety, but it's. I feel like a lot of people here are very down to try different stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing too is that no one.
Which
but
is
the
great.
thing is that no one's doing different stuff.
Right, I know,
Yeah.
and that's the problem.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like
800
No one's doing
China-
different
800
shit.
restaurants are the same thing.
yeah, exactly, which is the problem.
Asian restaurants and Mexican restaurants
Right.
have completely taken over
Ooh.
the food scene in Springfield.
Poll Mexican Villa.
Yes.
I mean, okay, we talked about this at Christmas. Okay, we literally just talked about this, and I said, look, if you're from Springfield, Missouri, you know that Mexican Villa is not Mexican. Okay, you know that.
Right, you go in knowing that.
And I
illusion
think
here. No
I
illusion.
think, and it's one of those restaurants. It's like any other restaurant. Subway. It doesn't fucking matter. If you like Subway, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
Right. You can instantly discover if you like that place or not.
Right.
But Mexicanville is the same way. People might not actually like it, but I feel like most of the people that say they do not like Mexican Villa has the saying of that's not Mexican food.
Right.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Have you
no
tried
shit.
the salsa?
Exactly.
It's mostly corn syrup.
It's like it's not Mexican, right? Mexican Bill is not even fucking portraying that it's Mexican food.
No, absolutely not.
So it's one of those things where it's like a lot of people that I've seen, they're like, dude, that's the most bullshit Mexican food ever. It's like
But it's
because
not
it's not
Mexican.
Right.
because it's not.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm
if you
happy
go
with
in
that.
there, if you go in there and you just expect to get a burrito enchilada style or whatever, and that's what you want, that's what you're gonna fucking get. And you're gonna be like, that was good, you know.
I go
Well,
for
But-
hold on.
Burrito
To that point, it's the same thing with emos for St. Louis people.
sure.
No,
No.
Yes,
no, it's not.
yes, it is.
No, it's not.
But it
A lot of
is.
people from
emos,
outside.
emos in St. Louis is basically the same as what it is here, but it's not in
Yeah.
St. Louis.
Sure.
Mexican food in Springfield is we have authentic Mexican
It's also
food.
the same difference with
I see
Chinese
what you're
food in
saying.
Springfield.
Well, what I'm
It's not
saying is,
like,
Chinese
not
food.
real
If you put a
Chinese.
Mexican villa in St. Louis, it's
Well, I don't think it would
essentially the
work.
same thing. That's why emos down here doesn't work.
It's fucking pizza.
But it doesn't have the
Pizza's
same.
pizza's
But you
pizza,
couldn't
yes?
put a
Like,
Mexican
pizza's
Villa in
pizza,
St. Louis
dude.
and expect it to work at all.
That's what I'm saying.
But
in
there's
the same-
there's two or three emos here that have been open for 15, 20 years.
Yeah, and people do like it.
I'll
think
eat
it's
it every
trash.
once in a while.
You need to put a White Castle down here.
I
for a
actually think it's trash, but
No,
I mean that's
no,
just my personal
nobody
Yes.
needs a White Castle.
Yes, they do. They need
No,
White
okay,
Castle
so
and
I was-
Jack in the Box.
I was
Right.
actually
Such
turned
a
on to.
22-year-old
I did
Mark.
not know that White Castle. I've never partaken personally. White Castle has a thing called a crave case,
Yeah.
which is how many burgers per
20.
20?
24.
Well,
24.
I misheard the person who said it. I heard it as grave case, which I'm still going to call that until I die. But that seems like a lot and seems very unnecessary.
They're this
and
big.
I've always heard that it gives people the shit. So like, what's
it does.
the
Oh,
point?
it definitely
What's the
does.
Sure
point?
it does.
I was gonna never partaken because
There's
of
no
that reason. It's like
denying
I'm
that.
okay.
Like I said, it's like what's it called? The
Taco
alcohol
Bell.
that we were talking about.
Oh,
Which one?
Malort.
Chicago Malort.
Yeah.
It's like that. White Castle's the same thing, right? It makes your burp smell like it. It makes your fart smell like it. Makes your
It's
shit
those
smell
It,
like it.
onions.
yeah,
It's
it
that onion
penetrates your
paste.
entire human being.
That's what it does.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Comes out your
me
pores.
personally, I like White Castle, but I only like it when I go to a place that has White Castle.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if it was here, I don't think I'd like
Well,
it
you're not
very
going to buy
much.
the freezer section White Castle.
No,
No.
those
That's
are
I think that's asking
garbaggio.
for it.
It's an
at that point.
abomination.
But you know,
Portion.
you go
It
to
really
places
is.
like
It's a
that.
sham.
Jack in the Box, I don't even get it. Like when I'm technically in St. Louis, I get it when you go to fucking what is it? Rome?
Cuba.
Rome.
Rome, the
Cuba?
first one.
Rome? Yeah, like Cuba.
Cuba.
Cuba. So I go to
You in
that
Missouri?
one.
Yeah. It's right off
It's
the
the
exit
first
of
Jack in the Box
Cuba.
that you can
It's
get.
I've never
next
had
to
Jack
a
in the
Mobile and right across the street
Like if
from
you're going
a
to St.
McDonald's.
Louis, Cuba's the first Jack in the Box that you can get. It's right beside the highway.
Okay.
I get 50 tacos every time.
You see, they're bringing a Whataburger to
Republic.
Republic.
Ooh, Whataburger's trash.
Whataburger
No, it
is
is
absolute
Whataburger
garbage.
is-
so good.
Whataburger
So
is
good.
top tier
Trash.
Burger King.
Had it
No.
in Phoenix, Arizona when I was there for a bachelorette party, and it was great.
No, you're missing out.
In and out over
you're
Whataburger
missing
every
out.
day of the week.
Those are two different things, though. This is like
I've never had it in and out, so I wouldn't know. But
Is
I'm just-
Whataburger the one that has like the special menu, or is that?
No,
in-
that's
That's
In
in and
and
out.
Is it- okay.
It's called the
Yeah.
secret menu.
Yeah, I think I would rather.
I like a
have-
good Whataburger.
why?
But then they have Whataburger in Arkansas.
Yeah,
right.
that's where I had my first
I'm at it.
Whataburger.
I think so. Yeah, there's one in
and I still
Fayetteville.
think Five Guys is better than.
Oh, Five Guys
Whataburger.
again. It's different caliber. Five Guys is just rules. It's just a
Well, the
good.
debate is still always
Okay,
going to
so
be
what's
in
the
and out
caliber
Whataburger.
rating though? Then
It's just like a fast food burger. As far as like fast food burgers, like
I'd
I don't
rather
really-
have Burger King than Whataburger.
I don't really like any fast food burgers, but I like Whataburger.
But that place in Republic though that's been there for I think since Republic became Republic. That little burger place, super small. It's like you go past like the McDonald's.
Is it downtown?
And you keep going, like almost like you're going like outside of Republic. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
I drive
Q's.
by it all the time.
Q's.
I don't know.
Q's.
I don't know.
Q's Burgers, I think is what it's called. But it's been there since Republic.
It's
Basically,
just like a
became
smash burger
Republic.
place? Like
no,
a-
like they sell like actual cheeseburgers and they're cheap as fuck. And they're actually it's
Oh,
drive
is
through.
that by that? Is that where that shirt?
It's by a bank, and then it's across the street from like
Because there's
the-
a Sherman,
is everything in
Sherman Meats was
Springfield.
right over there, I think, on that way out on Republic. But because there's a restaurant over there, I thought it might be. But
Yeah, Q's in Republic is awesome, but then now Whataburger's going over there, so it's probably going to destroy their
Man.
business.
More than
that's
likely.
been there
Good.
for a billion
good
years.
squash.
Hi,
'em.
Pizza. He's going to take all the business.
But
Number one fan.
it's like I don't know. I think we need more like different restaurants in Springfield because we don't have them.
Still
Yeah,
need a Jack
it
in
is.
the Box.
It is a lot of the
have
same,
'em.
which is like, oh, well, if it works here, it's also gonna,
Yeah.
let's do a different version of the same.
Well, and,
The
I, and
messed
it's
up
like
thing is-
to the point where I have like 8 different Chinese restaurants because I do something different a
Yeah.
little bit.
Right.
Which is awesome, but
I
at the
say
same
we
time,
replace,
do
we
we really
replace the
need that?
Zaxby's with the Jack in the Box.
Yeah, Zaxby stinks.
We used to have
they need
a-
Slim Chickens instead.
We used to have both of them, Jack in the Box and White Castle.
Well, Zaxby's is owned by Jack in the Box, so why not just swap them
Zaxby's
out?
is closing anyways.
Yeah, good.
Is it really?
They suck.
The one on Sunshine.
Sunshine. Yep.
Oh, that's too bad.
Zaxby sucks. It's
What's,
just
so what's going in place of it? Do we know?
some other chicken tenders place, probably.
That whole side of town's weird now, though. Honestly,
It is.
It's
It
like
is. I live on that
all
side of
upscale
town.
now.
It's, or my parents do.
I was going to say, what, you live in Chicago.
I do.
I'm-
Ruse.
No,
Ruse.
I was lying the whole time. No, my parents live over there, and we were driving by, and I mean, fuck, there's
Meeks is a
where
big ass bank now.
yes, that's what I was about to say. It is.
Used to be Meeks.
And my
Yeah.
mom was like, "Oh, it looks so nice." I'm like, "No, it doesn't. It doesn't fit in
Yeah.
this area." Meeks looked
But at the
better.
same time, I think that whole like
whole area is
visual
a-
representation of that side of town
The whole
died
area-
whenever that come and go
Yeah.
on
Also
Ingram
died?
Mill died.
yeah.
That was like the reputation on that side of town
No,
because it was
that-
called the OG.
that whole
Yeah,
that,
just call it something else.
that whole area just needs a facelift at that point too.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, well, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna close that down, then
I knew
revamp
everything was
everything
fucked
else.
whenever they tore the Yule buggy back down.
Yeah,
and then the OG come
exactly.
and go closed.
Yeah, it's too
Thank
bad.
Godfather's caught on fire.
It's still
You
there
know.
though.
Yeah, it's just,
Shitting.
they still sell shitty
Doesn't
pizza.
care.
It's-
Waffle House is all remodeled.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah,
They,
the
I
one
think
on
they
Sunshine.
just
what?
read to the
It's like-
exact same
it's
thing it was
bougie
Better
inside.
before.
booths.
Was
like,
it better?
Fuck.
Yeah, it's bougie now.
I thought it looked exactly like it
the
did
food's
before.
still the exact same, but it looks.
I'm gonna go
nicer.
there tomorrow morning.
What did we go to in St. Louis? Chili Max?
Chili Max.
You know about Chili Max?
Of course he does.
Chili Max is
Chili
He's
Max
gonna
is
say he
great.
does. 'cause
just
he's
a
from
bunch
there.
of smoking old ladies.
Oh God, I think the woman who cooked our breakfast, her name was Phyllis. I want to believe her name was Phyllis.
Phyllis.
She had
Or
fucking
Marge or-
long ass acrylic nails, and they were always up on the hot
and
goss.
they were gossiping.
Oh, it
yeah.
was great.
They had this old antenna TV on that was playing Rachel Ray somehow
yeah,
at 9
it
in
was.
the morning.
Kept calling me honey. I didn't want anything more
Is
than
it like
that.
George's?
What's that?
What is that?
George's?
George's. I think you said
Yeah.
George's.
No, George's.
What is
Yeah,
George's?
yeah.
that place
George's.
is crusty.
Yeah.
George's is fucking crusty.
No, this place had a certain crust to it.
Yeah, no, it absolutely did.
like
Nicotine.
George's,
the
dude, you go
nicotine
in there.
crust.
Crust.
Like the last time, no bullshit, when I went into George's, it was fucking years ago. I hate that place.
Yeah,
But I went in there because that's when they were open 24 hours still.
Where is this?
And it's on Glenstone.
It's right next to
Glenstone
Railhaven.
is-
Just so I know where to go tomorrow. So I'm
Glenstone
gonna
and
get a lot of
almost St.
breakfast.
Louis.
breakfast crust.
Yeah, Glenstone and almost St. Louis.
Oh,
in
okay.
between
It's
there.
that
It's
weird
next to the
Pizza
Sinclair,
Hut looking building place.
right
yeah,
across
this,
from Papa Murphy's in the Mexican Villa Comida.
Yes,
It's
yes,
like
yes,
right
yes.
there.
Okay, okay.
But
Yeah,
George's
it's
is
got the
fucking
orange
crusty,
roof.
man.
Because Scramblers was always my go-to, I
That's
guess,
still
diner fare.
They have
Scramblers
one
East.
still.
Yeah, no, it's on Republic. That's
Yeah.
the one we go to now. But
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
George's
had
is
the
crusty,
scramblers
man.
over there by Sam's.
Dude,
used
we
to
should
be,
all go
and
get
then I think it
Waffle
caught
House
on
after
fire or
this.
something.
it absolutely did. That was the
Yeah,
place
George's.
place of my childhood.
The last time I went to George's, man, our server came out and you could tell she'd been smacking the fucking biscuits and gravy down in the back.
Big lady.
She came, dude, thick.
What do you mean?
She had fucking shit.
She was
She had
biscuits
stuff
and gravy.
all over her apron. Like there was stuff all over her apron, all over her shirt.
Nice.
Fucking caught up in like those little neck things they wear there.
Oh.
Like it was caught up in
Dickies?
that. Fucking-
Necktie?
It looked like pantyhose.
Oh, yeah, it's like
around
the
her
flight
neck.
attendant
yeah, it's
looking
like
thing.
that- It was
Ah.
everything was caught up in there.
Hey,
And
toots.
dude, she had. I'm not kidding. She had a piece of sausage that had gravy on it stuck in her beard.
Atta girl.
Atta girl.
And she was like, "How may I help you?" I was like,
So how's your biscuits and gravy?
I'll have what you're having.
"Was what you just ate good?"
Because I want to know.
Because you didn't get it all down.
You saved it for later, so that tells me it's good.
It's that extra layer of flavor, baby.
Yeah. for
Flavor
sure.
saver.
You get a little mustache in there later.
yeah, your flavor saver.
That place is crusty.
Yeah, well, that
miss
just makes a good
Anton's.
breakfast.
So
Miss
Waffle House
Anton's.
after this, who's down?
I'm
Oh,
not-
always down for all of it.
Waffle House rules. I'm a big fan
So
of
we going after this?
that breakfast
I
sandwich.
don't,
No,
I don't eat this late.
no.
No.
It's 9:10.
Is it?
Yeah, by the time
What?
we're done, it'll be 10
Already?
something.
I dig.
So, no,
Yes.
definitely not going to Waffle House.
No. I'll go there sometime.
It does get weird after a certain hour. I
Yeah.
feel.
The witching hour.
But Anton's, did you ever go
I remember.
there?
I never. Well, I did go
Did
there
that
once.
close?
Yeah.
That's too bad. I never had the pleasure.
Remember?
Yeah, Anton's was
Do you guys
fire.
remember Aunt Martha's?
No,
Pancake
You
House.
you know
I
the
live right
story
by
about
there.
Aunt Martha?
I'm not from here. I don't know
How-
any of this shit you're
Well,
talking
get
about.
learned.
Aunt Martha's is right by my house. Like if you go down my street and you're going like to the Dancing Mule,
Okay.
you know that big like that white building. Like when you pass the street, you can turn to go to the wine center, and
Yes.
there's a big white building right there. It's like a boutique shop now or some shit like
Yes.
that. That used to be Aunt Martha's, and it was a huge fucking red building. And I don't think they ever painted it. They never remodeled it. They never did shit to it. But it was an old school like pancake house and diner area, and it was actually like a really cool place. It's been there. It was there for years, but people love their pancakes.
Well,
I never really ate there though. I ate there a couple times.
I get bent on the line. It's really wild. This story about Aunt Martha and how Aunt Martha.
I like how
ended.
Ben has a
Huh?
a good take on this.
Oh well, he knows the story best. He is an eyewitness account.
Hey.
Hey Ben, you're on Mostly Facts. We're talking Aunt Martha.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't tell the story good enough. I didn't want to fuck it up. You mind telling the Aunt Martha story?
Yeah, which one?
The last one.
About the firemen at her house?
Yes. Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay. Well, did you already talk about her trying to shoot herself?
No, I missed that part. So yeah, you might want to backtrack. All I said was you guys remember Aunt Martha's, and I go whoa.
Well, for the Aunt Martha thing, Martha, if you always, like the thing I realized, like as a kid, when you'd go pay with your parents, she'd always be sitting there with her glasses on, and she had like a weird, like eye looking the other way. So apparently she tried to blow her brains out back in the day because her daughter committed suicide. So that was terrible. But I think that bullet to the head brain damage messed her up because my oldest sister knew a guy who was a firefighter here in town, and Aunt Martha had a little fire at her house. And so the firefighter was telling my sister, Jessica, that they all went into her house and she was like an extreme hoarder, except that in corners of her house, like in like multiple corners, there was just like that scene from Jurassic Park when they initially come up on the sick dinosaur and they stick their hands in the pile of shit. Like there were just piles of shit in the corners of the house that Aunt Martha had been shitting and pissing in.
So she
So,
had,
I
she
mean,
had
she-
designated poop
I
And
mean-
corners.
Martha, no.
Yeah, I mean, she made fucking amazing pancakes, but I mean,
She
on,
She was she was too busy making mud pies.
yeah. So I think there's a lot to Aunt Martha that we don't really know. I mean, Willie Nelson. Did you talk about Willie Nelson
No.
being her? Yeah, Willie Nelson was a busboy for her.
Oh, really?
What?
Well,
Yeah.
there's Missouri Springfield has a rich history of
Willie Nelson.
Old women shitting in the corner.
yes,
We're famous for that.
that's how Sancho's got started.
Cashew chicken and all.
Yeah. Well, hey,
That's
listen,
crazy.
I'm laying in bed watching Survivor, so I'm going to get back to
Yeah,
it.
no, that's fine. Just need to hear the late.
Thanks,
Martha.
Ben.
Thanks
All
for
right,
tuning
no
in. Bye.
Designated poop corners.
Yeah, that's Martha for you.
That's a
Wow.
little
Those
Martha.
sweet pancakes that she's serving up for years.
Sweet.
Never would have guessed that
Yikes.
monster was living.
The monster.
Now, Taylor, don't you go doing that to us now. Just
I have a toilet.
I'm good.
So did
And I have a
she.
perfect
So did she.
bathroom.
She used to.
Perfect
Yeah,
path
she
to
did
it.
at one point too.
If I come over to your house and there's shit in the corner,
That is true, though. I do remember going in there and she had like this weird fucking eye.
Yeah, so I guess it was a botched suicide. Like,
That's very sad.
Yeah.
well, she still made great pancakes, and that's
Well,
her legacy.
as long as she remembered that and capitalized.
Are you supposed to
That's
like
all that
go in
matters.
through here like guaranteed
I
dead?
think that's guaranteed, but I
Yeah.
think that's why you don't put the in your mouth.
Is it?
Because it
Is
can
it-
blow out the
yeah.
side. Like there's a lot of room if you can blow off the side of your face and still live,
yeah.
Well, it's
especially if you're pulling
But
the
the
trigger with
rule
your
is going
toe.
up because it goes through your
You
brain.
gotta go through the whole thing.
pulling the trigger with her toe.
Pros.
Shotguns.
Fair enough.
Lay a shotgun on the floor and fucking pull it.
The one who wants two
Fuck it.
shots.
That or
Yeah.
a Rube Goldberg machine.
All right.
You roll a cue ball down a rail and it knocks into a windmill and then it pulls something that drops off a table and pulls the trigger. That's how I'd go.
It's kind of a weird.
that seems like a long
machine.
fucking way to go just to die.
Well, you'd have time to change your mind. It's
That's what I'm
Goddamn.
saying.
going downhill and knocking over dominoes and shit.
Yeah.
Turns out one Domino's just stands up because it fell the wrong way.
Oh, fuck.
Fucker.
It's kind of weird how like that type of shit can happen. Like if you shoot yourself in the mouth, you like expect to die, and then
Yeah.
you don't die. Like my friend got shot in the face by an AR-15, and it went straight through his nose and through his eye cavity and out of his ear,
Oh God.
and he was fine. He literally drove himself to the hospital, and he's like, I need
Was it a
this-
ricochet or
I
something?
need
Or
this stitched up. No, this dude was fucking around with his AR and he didn't think he had a bullet in it. And he was like showing
Nope.
my buddy and he was
Nope.
like,
Never
"Pop,"
think you
and
don't have a
fucking
bullet.
Shot him in the nose.
Oh, God.
Right through the nose.
Nope.
He had
Kill
he
shot.
literally went to the hospital and they checked everything and they're like, I don't know how that happened, but it went straight through your eye cavity and then out your ear.
Well, that's
Like,
how.
there was
lucky
no-
son of a gun.
You guys
there
are
was
familiar
no
with
nothing.
the band Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the main guitarist, that's how he died in the early days.
What is his name? He was a
I
hell of a guitar
Don't
player.
know. You got a computer?
I do.
He was dicking around with a guitar or not a guitar, a gun, and he was just like, no, don't worry, I got this. He was also high as fuck. And he decided to do like a Russian roulette situation and just shot himself in the head. And
Terry
he's done.
Allen Cath.
Yeah, no, he was amazing, but
Yeah,
know.
he was.
He was a hell of a shot too.
unfortunately,
I don't know why people do that
Unfortunately.
Too
shit.
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's like,
bad
I
news
don't know,
bears,
man.
baby.
you gotta have
You
balls.
gotta have a lot of balls to fucking even like think that there's not a bullet in there without checking it fucking 20 times.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it's
Well, I mean,
so
if-
nerve wracking
yeah,
to just
yeah.
pretend like you're
Yeah.
No, you know.
no, I didn't
you
load it
never know.
last time I had it out.
Why?
Watch
Right.
it. Look, dude,
Ro-
boom, and then you're
watch
fucking
it.
dead.
Well, that's the thing is like, why would you point it at your head too? It's just like anything else, anything else.
Be like that actor, the one before on the set, the one before
Alec,
Alec Baldwin. They kept
Oh,
comparing
yeah,
it
yeah.
to that guy.
It's not ringing a bell, but yes, I know. You're talking.
Yeah, Sorry, bad reference.
Good job, well done. Keep
You
the
know.
keep the conversation.
That guy
going.
from the '80s that shot himself playing Russian roulette
Yeah.
with a set gun. But
That used to be a game back in the day. Can you believe that shit?
Got a computer. Look it up.
oh well, I don't even know what to look up. Set gun tragedies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alec Baldwin. There's gonna be a lot of Alec Baldwin.
before Alec Baldwin, maybe.
Yeah, this is like the '80s. He's pretty
Pre-Baldwin.
famous, I think.
course, you got
59,
COVID on the side.
82.
Always.
Yeah.
Fucking COVID.
God damn it! These fucking ads are ridiculous. Brandon Lee. It was Bruce Lee's son.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not
shot
know that.
himself with a game of Russian roulette.
That's really unfortunate.
Yep.
So
Did his dad die?
Bruce?
Bruce
Yeah,
Lee?
Bruce died in some kind of weird way too, didn't he?
Again, you have a computer.
He died in Hong Kong.
Sneak out real quick.
Oh, we'll just wrap her up. This is good enough. We're an hour and a half. So we're just
it's
Googling
getting
shit
dark
right
real
now.
quick.
Yeah. He died. We will just end it and we'll figure out this real quick. Because I do think he died either in a mysterious or...
Like conspiracy theory type situation, or?
Not necessarily. It was some kind of... He collapsed. He's suffering seizures. He had a cerebral edema. Edema. All right. Well, he just sort of conked out.
Maybe after so many hits,
Yeah.
That's true.
you kind of just like, all right, that's enough.
Just give up.
Yeah.
He gave up life.
Give it
You
up.
know. Fuck it. All right.
You hear that,
That'll
folks?
do it.
Fuck
You hear that? Fuck it, folks. Fuck it, folks. Thanks, Becca, for coming in, everybody. We'll see you next week. Or no, we won't.
See
We
you in a
won't see you
couple
for a couple weeks. We'll
in
do
a
some
couple
else.
weeks.
We'll throw some reruns on there.
There you go.
And so you guys can catch up on old episodes.
Do a bunch of bloopers.
Blooper reels. Yeah. Some whack
Blooper
takes.
reels.
Blooper reels.
Got a lot of
I
those.
believe in you.
All right. Go like us on or subscribe to us on YouTube. Stuff you don't know is beating us right now. So we don't need that.
Fuck that shit.
follow
I know.
us on
That's
TikTok.
what I'm saying. So I know we got better fans. So go and subscribe even if you don't give a shit.
Hit that button.
Hit that button. Later.